in the old 100 Thieves core now on Extremum, and I think that is so damn exciting. As far as storylines go, right, these are some of the guys that have been able to escape the oceanic region, look further afield, and try to give us big results out in NA.
Well,
Extremum,
Harry,
T-side start, we're getting into this, Richard.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as incredible as that is, I've pressed the button to start the game that all commentators have. Cutting you off right there, sir. I've had enough of your detailed history of why this game matters, making it narratively rich. Less of that. Say what's on my screen.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Read that kill feed, Harry.
Look at this. Liaz, he's shooting a Glock, and now alongside him, there's more Glocks coming into the A-bomb site. Elige is dead in bit, and the kills all come up in favor of EXTREMUMS.net.
You always have to start it there, don't you? You know? You don't even give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, big nade, maybe. But Bentet still lives. And yeah, I mean, we're hyping up Bentet. We didn't even really touch on, and we haven't touched on his stint in Gen G either, right? Like, this isn't the first time Bentet has been out in the NA side of things. Didn't feel like we ever really got what we wanted there out of that team, which is a shame. They had all the pieces. They had a very capable Orpa in Kusta. They had Daps leading. Som was, you know, on a lot of people's radar as an upcoming talent. A lot of the people I've just listed have, you know, hightailed it to Valorant. So
I think that's
it's nice to have
your
Bentet
point.
still here.
Yeah, I think your point, Hugo. I actually think that Gen G squad would have probably been a little bit more dangerous had they stuck around. But didn't get that ability. As a note as well in this matchup, we've touched upon it a little bit before. Jacob said the same thing, right? They used to compete in North America primarily, and last year they played Liquid 7 times. This year, 0. So pretty fun, right? This is a matchup that we tend to see a lot previous years, right? Just because of the fact with the regions, right? But with Extremum now moving their way over to Europe, not like Liquid hasn't been there, but that's really what Jacob was referring to, right? Now when we have this with the pandemic and the online era, he references points a lot. Obviously what you need to get an invite, otherwise you're running through these qualifiers. And that's a lot of time spent to try and get a slot. So once you get through there, you know, top 30s into top 25, into top 20s, more and more invites start to come trickling down for the team.
Yeah, you know, I think Extremum right now are trying to prove that they're still worth talking about, right? They're not has-beens. They're not, you know, on the downward trajectory. They're coming back up since they're reforming of this roster. And yeah, again, going back to Gen G, we actually casted their first LAN debut, Harry. They won their first event, which was DreamHack Anaheim last year. And funnily enough was, I think, one of, if not the last...
I think it was the last
like, Counter-Strike LAN before everything happened. You know, or at least, yeah, the last crowd.
Well, like with crowd, right? Yeah, obviously Katowice still happened on LAN, but
yeah, it was one of the last, you know, actual Counter-Strike events, which we didn't really know was going to happen. I mean, you called it, Harry. You knew the world was about to fall apart.
I did. I was pretty on the money with that. Probably one of the worst. Like, I felt awful about getting that prediction right.
Yeah, you could have jinxed it, Harry, but you know you didn't. So we're holding you to that. But it's a weird round because Liquid got 2 early kills.
I remember that, man. You were giving me the big speech about how we're still going to Denver. It's all still happening. And it was like, nah, I'm not even looking at plane tickets, mate.
Didn't think this is what would have happened. I don't think many people.
I bought a crossbow. I bought a med kit. I bought MREs, and I was ready to literally kill a man if I had to. Just to survive.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Hunting a man.
Man hunters. Right. I don't know how they win that round, by the way. That was 3 on 5 from the get-go. They explode into B with a kill, and then they just cut off the rotates.
Well, they get the entries as well. Yeah, I mean, it was looking pretty dangerous there.
Disappointed in your choice of crossbow, though, Harry. I mean, something almost perverse about that, really.
What? Why?
Don't know. It just feels inhumane.
It was a bloody good crossbow. You know, it exerts a lot of force.
Do you know what it came with, Harry? I mean, you know what it came with.
I know what it came with.
Do you want to let them know what it came with?
Yeah, well, you know, why not? I didn't know this, but
You might get arrested
when
for
I
saying
ordered
this.
it. No, man, it's not on me anymore. It's gone. I got rid of this.
Yeah,
But
good plausible
it
deniability.
came with a machete. And when I say machete, I don't mean like little knife, you know, like hanging out. I mean like, you know, like 20 inches long, you know, sharpened blade.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you know, both of those things go together, like, you know, peaches and
a
cream.
pod.
Yeah.
Ah, there
You know?
we go.
Bit of
Custard and
crossbow in,
crumble.
bit of machete in.
Harry's hacking through the forest, just trying to find.
I don't know what I
exit.
thought was going to happen, like with
You thought you
a,
were going to get raided, Harry. That's what you thought.
yeah. Well, you know, I would rather be in a situation where I'm getting raided and go, thank God I jokingly ordered that crossbow machete combo a couple of months ago, as opposed to going, oh no,
I've
They're-
got nothing. They're breaking down
they're
the door.
taking everything, they're hitting me, they're touching me, and it's all going wrong.
That's true, yeah. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. Something to be said by that.
And that's what Liquid are doing. Hitsy, another segue. Just did it for you, Hugo. Just did a
Thank
segue.
you, Richard.
Got you back in the game.
The first weapon round. AWP on Fallen. Leaving Stewie by his lonesome mirror at the B-bomb site. Has plenty of nades though. Both of these three teams fell to extra salt, looking to redeem themselves.
Ooh, that's a little keen opener out of old mate Azza. Bit of top mid control now getting flexed by Extremum, but they don't have to commit to this, right? They've still got players over at B. Fallen, playing it a bit fast and loose around this smoke that is concealing Azza from Extremum. Oh, there he is. Nails it. 2 in the round out of Fallen. Already this AWP finding great impact. You still have Gratisfaction trying to sell a B fake, but that bomb has been retrieved and is making its way up alt mid. So how many players can Grat pull round, if any?
Oh, Fulham. Feeling it. Second kill. Yeah, back out of A to the B side. There's only one man here, but right now, no smoke down. Bentet has one. Maybe using it would be helpful. Naf, though, doesn't stop him on the cross. Grat makes it along into the site, and Stewie's there to peek out with a flashbang. Now Bentet hunting the kill, and Stewie will not let it happen from the back of the site. We've seen plenty of holes from him there. And so Liquid on the board, thanks to Fallen as well with those AWP openers.
Yeah, and that setup from Stewie there at the end. We see that more and more. Quite a nice setup, especially when you do allow your B rotate to fall back to CT spawn. Then having that set flash to kind of help out. Essentially flashes everyone if they were to be peeking in towards the bomb site. If they're peeking spawn, they wouldn't get flashed by that. It would be too deep. It's very situational.
Oh,
that's a nice reflash back in. Still, I think if you're Extremum, you take that, right? You trade your Mac 10 Gratisfaction out for a factory new Stewie 2K on the repeak. Now Fallen will extend this back in the advantage of Liquid. Since his AWP's been in play, it has already, hit the ground running. That's always a good sign of things to come from Fallen, I feel like. If he starts off strong in a series, you're in for a belter. Nafly, they're already up and crossing past him into this B-bomb side, but this is a round where Liquid, they're more than happy to play retake here.
That they will have to do with the resmoke at Coffins. It keeps Nafly honest.
Yeah, last molly now though on Lias, and 19 HP left. Kind of need Extremum here to go a little bit aggressive once these smokes start to fade. We need some kills.
Oh, if he gets out the bomb, I don't know if it's going to land. The shot through the smoke will. The molly's in the pool though. The kills are coming in, and not enough, not fast enough. Grim alone, clearing out Bentet, leaves Liaz low, and Grim needs to get on that bomb right now. Tap won't do much. Liaz not falling for it, and the kill comes too late to change the outcome of the round. It's 4-1. A little B explosion, and man down in the post bomb, but it won't stop Extremum from finding yet another.
Yeah,
It's a
these are
good start out of the boys.
do a really good job here on the retake. We see the bait here also. Banta and Acer. Banta did a fantastic job on the after plant, but the smokes were faded, no nades left, so kind of forced to peek. Did a good job with that as well.
Bentec can be the switch to my bait any day of the week.
Yeah, you're willing to put that in writing?
Yeah, dude, very capable. Always good for a couple at least. Stewie with the AWP. Oh, the molly's not there, and he gets a quick free one before it lands. Bye-bye Gratisfaction, who, you know, let's be real, Grat was the hero yesterday. He was incredible in that BNB game. But cut out early by the AWP, and Stewie still holding on to it as well. He's gone back round, leaving Naf alone at B. That being said, Extremum, if they kill him, they could just pop into the site, and that early advantage will mean nothing in the long run. It might even force a save from Liquid. Naf needs to get a kill to tempt them in at least. Jump up, miss shot, and oh dear, now the cookie can come crumbling down.
Yeah. It will just be a save here out of Team Liquid. This is a rip-roaring start for Extremum. You know, this is just what I wanted, man. Just what I was looking for. I love it. I love it when teams show up on the day and we get a good game, right? Nothing worse than, like, if Liquid were just, well, you know, I say if Liquid were just choking, maybe they are, right? Right? You never know. It's part of the fun. But I like that we've got Extremum firing on all cylinders, at least. Oh, and trying to get cheeky with it. I like it, you know, just hanging around, seeing if you can do some damage, maybe get out of there with a gun. He doesn't, and he won't. So it's 5 on the board for Extremum. So Hugo, here's a question for you.
Okay.
If for visa reasons you had to try and get into Australia,
Yeah.
who are you marrying on Extremum?
Whoever lets me, if it's for visa reasons.
Well, yeah, but you know, you'd at least want him to be a good.
What we talk about, they only have 2
Partner,
Australians left on the team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
exactly.
from New Zealand, some Norwegian.
So yeah, you don't really have many to choose from.
Azra Ali is. Okay.
Yeah.
It would defo be Azza.
Yeah, I knew you were going there, so I didn't want to take him from you.
I think
man.
Azza could, like, you know, he would keep you safe while you're in Australia
Yeah,
as well.
he'd look after me, beat the koala bears to death if required. Are they dangerous? Drop bears.
Drop bears
Could
are the
be.
dangerous
Drop
one.
bears, yeah.
So watch out, right? Aussie folks will tell you, watch out for the drop bears. They're like huge koalas. They live in trees, but they drop on you, and they're
Whoa.
way more vicious, man. Read some legends of the drop bear.
They'll eat you alive.
It's 100% a real thing, and any Australian will tell you about it.
Yeah.
Now look at this, right? We've got Team Liquid desperately trying to right their wrongs. This is 5-1. You don't have to worry yet. You might have to start worrying soon. Now that's beautiful. Out of Stewie 2K.
Yeah.
Lovely little opener. Gratisfaction having a very unfortunate start to a game in which Extremum are 5-1 up in. It feels like he's died every single round first.
Oh dear. This pushes them into the stack, though. The double pit with the molly on the smoke on the molly. They're never ready for another man in there. Fallen hits a cross shot. Naf on the side drops the bomb. Forget the double pit setup. It's not even required. Naf with a double as a trade, but he needs to hurry up. He needs to hit some more shots. They're everywhere, all over him. And Elige closes from the pit. It's a second round for Liquid. Stewie's orb kill onto Grat just forces Extremum into the stack. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide. And look at this shot.
And look at that in the beginning as well. This is, you know, mid in the round, and Stewie's by himself, but Banana gets it anyway. That's 2 rounds in a row now.
Yeah, it's looking like a pretty clear change because we had a lot of which game was it? I think it was the BNB game where Fallen was AWPing B alone in, you know, when we would see a solo AWP, it would be Fallen, but then he just kept losing the site, man, like 3 or 4 different rounds, and they started putting Stewie there on his own with the AWP. He was far more capable. He's been there before. He's got us into an OT at a major there, so no problem. And again, it's Stewie to start strong.
Just one molly here as well on Grat. Might be seeing an execute, but they've lost the timing now. He's here to help.
Mark my words, man. Stewie's about to have a round. With the shots he's been hitting on this AWP, you can just feel it. You can just feel that you are in the safest, warmest, smoothest pair of hands you've ever been in with Stewie 2K here. Oh.
I know who you're marrying for that US visa.
I don't think there's a question anymore.
Here's a little B execute from Extremum. Let's see if they can get in. Stewie, marriage material, they call him, back of the site, and this is why. Woo! Not afraid of a bit of commitment. He'll keep taking fight after fight, and that's Jacob knocked out of the round. I said he was going to give us something good, and boy, did Stewie deliver.
Oh, look at his posture, man. Straight back, sitting up. Feeling feisty, 4 kills at the back of B, and he even hit the collat as well.
Yeah, of course he did.
Of course he did.
Young Stu, not so young anymore, but quite the guy. Love it, love it. Look at this.
Oh, delicious shots. That will get Liquid back in. I felt worried at 4-1, I won't lie, lads. It looked a bit scary, it looked a bit on the edge, but Stewie's brought back some faith into this game after some very successful B plays as well. So about time to have a hold on that bomb site and not just be left in these awful retake / save positions.
And now this is when it flips and gets scary for Extremum instead, right? Because Liquid's starting to get a lot of money on their hands as well. You have players being on point already. Sure, they had an early lead, but you gotta figure this out here eventually. Double op setup.
Oh no. Elige made the perfect read as well after he was spotted with that double setup. He's gone back to the site, and Napush and B clears mid. They know they only need to watch apartments, and that's where all of Extremum come, and Grim deals with all 3. So nice easy round there for Liquid. Only Glocks.
Extremum were doing a bit of the apps plays versus Bad News Bears yesterday, and versus a double op setup. It wouldn't surprise me if we maybe see that this time around for the weapon round. Don't see an AWP either, so maybe that's exactly what we're getting. They also had a good spawn towards Banana.
Oh, beating the molly this time. Stewie calling for support. Naf is here. Molly's being held for a moment just in case they need to drop it, but there's no rush for Extremum while they've taken top B and are wary of reaggression. They've got 2 players working the apartments. Jacob with a kill, getting fallen off the angle. There were 3 players here. Liquid really wanted a commit. Instead, they only get a 1 and done. Jacob's out of there alive. Stewie, these nades down Banana have been brutal. Been seeing double nades on logs. We've been seeing early kills for Liquid with HEs. Here's another one of huge impact.
Yeah, and I mean, again, right? Liquid needs an entry. Stewie goes and gets one for him. It's just said and done.
Full of surprises. Uh-oh. And there's one for Grat as well. You got to feel for Grat this game. He's just crossing mid, man. His entire team managed to make it along. He's not quite as fortunate. Stewie solo B, no worry for Liquid. They're not concerned about that site right now. And needless to say, it's another apps pop with a flashbang going high for Jacob. Elige might be able to dodge it as well behind this pillar. Oh, a little bit of a flash, and yeah, he will die. Nice entry from Azza, killing Jacob in middle. They knew where the flash came from, and now Liquid conceding the site setup for a retake.
Yeah, they're moving in. Already up through middle as well, and a man in the apartments. They're here nice and quickly on the side of Liquid. They've got 3 prongs on this retake as well. And with only 2 players left to watch them, that's a prong and a half each. That's far too many. Let's see. Azza in the site, worried about the short side, and now has to divert his attention to long. It's just too many people, not enough eyes. And the defuse is in. Team Liquid tie us up at 5-5.
How many eyes is enough eyes, Harry?
What, for 3 people? 6 eyes, man.
That'll do it.
And we did go to that apps play eventually. Comes at the back of taking over Banana first, though. And here's Extremum's problem a little bit. Yeah, we do take a timeout. I think it's very needed. usually you do end up going for these apps plays when you have kind of dominated banana for a while. You expect maybe the CTs to be running, you know, the 3 banana setup as we've been frequently seeing from these North American teams. However, because Stewie has been doing such a good job over at that B bomb side, Extremum has never really won that fight, so they don't feel comfortable. And on top of that, for Liquid either, they don't feel the need to have to run that 3-man setup. So these apps plays, we saw that previous round, Liquid with a mid kind of play. We had 3 members there aggressively. So if they were to do the apps push, the answer would have been to just take over mid for Liquid. Would have seen a bit of a switcheroo. Essentially, Extremum being the CT side for a round. Timeout called, half by. Pistol, a bunch of nades. I will say that wouldn't surprise me here in the next few rounds if we won't be seeing that apps round that we do see from Extremum sometimes. That's when they don't take over banana. Essentially just go for a pretty quick apps play.
Ooh, watch out for those B nades. Extremum taking their time up. Stewie's got a flash for Naf at the sandbags, but he needs something huge from this position. There's a flash, Naf dodges, and he goes back in with a freebie, doubles up. Oh, there's a third, almost a spray down. But yeah, you need a multi-kill from the sandbags there because you're giving your gun when you die. So Naf does everything he needs and more. Maybe even a boost in CT. Oh, what are we lining up here? Going to get him Grat's head, try and peek coffins, try and sneak along the edge.
Okay, that's cool though.
Yeah.
So you can tiptoe far enough over the sandbags to give yourself that angle. Stewie was not ready for what he just peeked into there. Oh my god, he's ready the second time around though, isn't he? Stewie ain't missing a beat. Oh, brutalizing them. Stewie 2K on the AWP looking real good. And we're even getting some smiles out of Team Liquid. What's going on? They're smiling. Oh no. It's been a hot minute. I think Robin used the word pissed earlier to describe how they've been looking.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
On their faces. I
think it's to you guys' point, right? You have a good start of the game. Stu is definitely feeling it, right? Worth being vocal about. This is a nice comeback from Liquid. Was looking pretty grim there for a hot minute.
Yeah, you're right, Robin. Grim is looking pretty.
Maybe another guy to marry.
Can't stop me. This is America.
Got a touch of the Garth Marenghi look to him, in my opinion.
Yeah, every time I hear a name from Richard, I just have to like open Google real quick. That's who is he talking about, you know?
Now, with a name like Garth Marenghi, you might be expecting a 70s musician. I think you'll be in for a pleasant surprise when you look that up.
I'm looking it up. Hang on.
Garth Marenghi.
Oh, this is a guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I kind of see
off
it.
the dark place photo. Yeah, I see that.
There you go, yeah.
All right. So yeah.
Wow,
Richard,
that's an incredible.
Your references are perfect. They're just a bit obscure for the audience, I think.
Listen, I learned a long time ago that if you play to the gallery, the lowest common denominator, some call it, you won't be happy with your work in the long run.
True. Respect that. Oh, a Liege headshot.
Richard, your accent had me Google Goth Marenghi, and something else came up. Yeah. So
I'm not gonna lie, Robin. I actually did the exact same thing.
Yeah,
and then I realized, it's Garth Marenghi.
Yeah, okay, great.
Not Goth Marenghi. Stewie, though, he's the man who might be feeling emo if this round slips on by. And there's the peak from Pit. Jacob to send him packing. Nice. 6-6 for Extremum. They tie the game back up again, don't they?
It's been some good rounds here from Liquid, though, so they have plenty of money. Themselves another buy. We don't see another AWP from Stewie, though. He has a great spawn to banana, so he actually probably just wants to run down here instead.
Oh, that's an awkward one. Fallen getting caught in the mid-peak, and Jacob with an opener to send Extremum up. Re-smoked off, but that's fine. You got 5 on 4. You've got a Nice bit of room. However, not for long. Liquid are taking Banana back. That allows them to fast flank if this does end in an A commit. And Extremum do not have the map control nor the info. First time Liquid have gone for this aggro play so early in the round. And it's going to work out wonders on the flank. But they need the entries. Oh dear, they're being churned up by a Liege. Bomb out on the balcony. Forget the B flank. It is still coming, however. But it might not be even required. Grat and Azza. Oh, he can see him above the smoke. He doesn't know. Oh, he's shooting a barrel. Grim steals it. And now Azza, 1v4. Fast fingers needed. Hello, there's a head there. He does take it out, but no more found. And Liquid lock in a lead for now.
I'm feeling really bad for Grat, man. This is a rough start out of him. It's one of these games, right? And you know, Robin, I'm sure you can attest this. We've spoken about it a bunch before. Like, sometimes it just feels like you're getting so unfortunate, man. Like, that round there, he sees the barrel. He starts shooting to try and spam the guy. And that's after just missing out on spotting the pit player over that smoke. He was so suspicious that that was the angle he was getting peeked from. Holds it and then just decides, well, I got to help somehow. Tries to swing the sight. He gets caught from the guy that he knew was there.
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely have... There's always going to be rounds like that in the game, right? You have to remember, it goes both ways. You're not the only one being unlucky, or you feel like you're unlucky, right? If you win some, you lose some.
Oh. We are getting a way better looking Liquid, though, in this
Yeah, once
game,
the
I
weapons
think.
started coming up here and the economy started getting on, they've been looking
More smiles?
on point, yeah.
Is that allowed? Liquid breaking rules, breaking hearts right now, and breaking down the Australian
Harry's
region.
mostly, by the sounds of this cast so far.
He's mine.
Look, man, there's plenty of everyone to go around. Sharing season is in.
All right, Hannibal Lecter.
That's the second time you called me Hannibal Lecter now, Richard.
You are displaying signs of being a psychopathic cannibal killer,
He puts the Liquid on his skin.
Yeah, that's
he gets Extremum again. Too many syllables for that.
It almost worked, but the kills are coming in, Hugo, and that's what's more important.
Okay, guy.
Everyone needs to know who's shooting at who.
Shut up. Stop talking. Start casting.
Oh, Hugo, it's talk about the game.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. Talk about the game. Hugo out in the top mid. There's some smokes down, and then they get the top mid control, but they're not going top mid. Look, they're going back to Banana. Can you believe that?
He's dead.
Can you believe they've done two things in one round? They take the top mid, and then you're going, oh, well, it's got to be top mid, but it's not. It's B. It was B all along, and Liquid actually know this because they pushed into top middle, so they know it's the B play. Nafly needs to stay alive, but he's dead after one, and now the rotations are being called for. They're both up through Banana. Grim and Elige on this rotation. Two players trying to hold it, but the first man is turned to mincemeat. They never even saw Elige, so he's a bit of a nasty surprise. They're still worried about the potential of a CT push. Now they should be aware with all this utility, all the footsteps being heard. Regardless, that's a freebie. Gratisfaction and Jacob need to try and get this one over the line. This was a 4v2, and now just the 1v1. Grim's on the bomb. He's trying to bait the peak, and he gets the kill. But is there time for the defuse? I think there is. 9-6 for Team Liquid, and a 2v4 retake at that B bomb site to round out the half. Great recovery from the Liquid squad. They're in pole position on Extremum's map pick. Now, can they keep it going on the T side? We'll find out in a moment, won't we?
So, things are looking extreme in terms of changes for Team Liquid. Are they about to win on Inferno finally? Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Look at this pistol.
Well,
We've
it's
got 5A.
interesting. Yeah, it's a
All
five-man
right,
stack
go
at A,
next, go
and
next,
it's
guys.
a B push in the pistol.
Red, brained on, done their homework.
I have never seen an Inferno game start like this.
We'll see the classic
What?
4-man retake though from Banana.
Oh yeah, classic,
luck.
certified. Here it is, right?
We have seen it a few times this event so far. That's a bit of a classic here at CS Sunday.
No.
Oh, all right, they trade that. But look at Azza, Jacob both down low. Oh, they're trying to pressure the CT guy. They're chasing him down. They deal with Liaz in the site. Nafly good for another. And maybe they might be able to get this one back under control. Gratisfaction pulls his fists out. He's like, come here, you bastard. Running at them in the bomb site, but he's knocked out, KO'd. Liquid, they win the pistol, and now we're up on a 10.
Yeah, it's going to be hard getting through a Liquid like this, right? They're vibing right now. They've had a great CT half, a lot of nice reads, a lot of great individuals, and then you go into your T side, and that's your pistol. Hey, guys, let's rush B. Oh, it's clear?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that must have felt great.
Like, good luck to Extremum now. No matter what form they're in, this is going to be a very hard-pressed comeback. And it is a shame that Grat, who was the guy to look out for yesterday, is silent. And I wouldn't even say a lot of that is Grat having a bad game. Man, the amount of times that he would either go in first into B rushes, go down 4-on-4 and he's dead, or he's on his own. Stewie's AWPing Banana, he kills him. Like Grat would never
Stewie's on his own.
Stewie's on his own, but look at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you'd never have a Grat head-to-head with the AWP. Like.
Now, hopefully, CT side, we get to see more of that out of him, right? That's pretty common. Like he's saved money already to bring the AWP out, so I imagine we see the return of Gratisfaction in this second half. That's what needs to happen if Extremum are going to win.
Well, Inferno T side, the AWP, right?
Yeah.
Not super common to begin with, but when it is, it's very, very difficult. It's the CT side that you can really be playful with it.
Little B pop. Only been Tet and Jacob here. Quite the terrifying twosome, but not really armed for the job. But Tet's got a little pop flash. He's going to have to build his CZ after throwing it, though. You don't have a lot of time, and you don't have a lot of vision either with that flashbang. Jacob's the same. He nets 1 kill, but now cut out of the sight on the rest of Extremum. Liquid looking to lock in 11, and Grat might just save this Deagle for a rainy day, or not.
Yeah, solid round for Liquid there as well. Plenty of nades, use them for a full-blown execute on the B-bomb side. Let's not take any gambles. Makes it so that just Grim goes down. I feel like Grim's had a really good series, but he's been quiet at the same time. He's been just Mr. Consistent. It's been Stewie we've been talking about a lot. But he's up there.
What the Well, Leah's no save today, man. Naf, that's a classic Keith play right there. He loves denying saves. Keith is Naf, by the way.
Yeah.
I know pro players. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal to me, anyway. It probably should be to, all of you.
Oh dear.
Classic Keith, man. What a guy.
Yeah.
Man like Keith, I'm telling you, dude.
What's your favorite memory from just, you and Keith hanging out?
Me and Keith hanging out. Dude, one time we were at this lobster place. Let me tell you, we were eating that lobster, eating that sauce, baby.
Station. Yeah. What happened?
I've seen Keith eat a whole lobster, just uncooked, just alive, like still nipping at him, and he's just powering through it. Does it to what's that other pretend fish? Oh, hang on a sec. The USPs might win. I was just kind of...
Wait, I want to know what that other pretend fish is.
I was just kind of freeballing this because it should be a Liquid round and they get it back under control, but there was certainly a margin for error there.
Also, Hugo, that lobster place is what Harry calls the ocean.
It's just him and Nav grabbing manta rays and biting into them whole. I can picture it now. Oh my god. We're crab people now, Harry. What on earth?
Shipwrecked they were.
Yeah, they were escaping that big shark with the massive teeth. What was his name again? He had a huge mouth. Does anyone remember that big shark's name? If only they
Bite circumference.
Yeah, big bitey shark in the summer, something like that.
Yeah. I'll Google that. It's a bit too.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bit too much of a boomer reference for me. That one.
I just
look it up.
can't remember. Well, while we wait for the groundbreaking breakdown of Harry Russell, I was going to say this retake is happening, but it doesn't look like that is the case. Nah,
it is. Smoke. It is. Believe in the Buntet. Believe in the Buntet round. It should be impossible. It shouldn't even be getting considered. But from a guy like Buntet, you can always expect something a little extra. Let's see.
I mean, I wasn't considering it, and you started considering it, but really you should have stayed not considering it because
you're probably right, Hugo.
Yeah, I am right, definitely.
Yeah, you've probably done that.
He's not considering it.
Well, when the liquid starts flowing on EXTREMUMs.net, everyone's in for a good time. But right now, it's Liquid leading the way at 13-6. And after winning that, you're in a bit of a bad spot economically if you find yourself on the Extremum side.
Gotta have the money, because, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. That's the order of business. Hopefully someone will, get that one, but...
Am I someone who was meant to get that?
No, I didn't think you would. Maybe Richard will get it, but... Yeah, it's fine.
It's all good. We're all making very niche references today.
We need people like you, Hugo, on a cast so we can point and say, there's the bad caster. So, glad you made that reference.
I'm sunk here.
Oh, he sunk his battleship. He's withdrawing.
Missile to D5.
E14's been hit. He's lost the submarine. It's all gone wrong. The submarine was meant to be his last hope. As over in the apartments, CZ now fly out of the round.
I'm just glad that someone got it. Is all
Liquid are going back into a free B bomb site.
All friends?
All still, mate.
Yeah.
And colleagues.
We've heard worse at events. About this game, though, looking to be 14-6. Favor of Liquid. They've had some really good rounds here on the T side as well. Kept really the momentum going and a fast pace. Now, is this when we start to worry about Extremum a little bit? Not only on this map, but looking like a very active Liquid. It's not just Stewie that's here. Everyone's invited.
Hugo frantically Googling Scarface quotes to try and come back at me. Yeah. Put the phone down, Hugo. You will not out-reference me.
It's been a while. It's been a while. There's cheap ones, there's easy ones, but sometimes you just gotta let it die, man.
But enough about Extremum's attempts to win Inferno.
Yeah, back to the pop culture references, I think. But 14-6. And Stewie, he might be stuck. He's got to go. Good flash, though. Ollie pushes him in. Grim dead to the AWP. And Bentet, everyone's favorite resident second AWP, doubling up in Banana. Going to finally give them the B control, but it came at a cost. Liquid still invested, though, going to group back up. They've got all this real estate. They may as well do something with it. There is a gamble right now, and so it's going to favor Liquid in the 3-on-1 on B. Bentet only got the AWP, no util, but can they get him off the angle with these flashes? They pick one up. Smoke is coming down. Oh, there's the bomb. Oh. But that's B. A 2-on-3, perhaps in the post plant. I mean, they need to get the bomb down first, but oh dear, Azza grabbed over the smoke before that can happen, and now this retake. It's got the game on the line right now. Extremum have to win it or they are broke.
One flash left as well on Lias. They do have a kit. But look at these spots as well. Very hard to clear. I say that. Grad with one. Oh. Leaves it with Lias. A 1-on-1 versus Elish. Gets it at the end, but it's close. Previous rounds hasn't been that close so far, so Liquid plenty of money. We do have another good buy here from Extremum. Another double op setup. Three over to B again.
All right. I'm buying into the Bunta AWP. Now, you got to go toe-to-toe with this Stewie AWP. That's an interesting head-to-head. I like that we're seeing Buntet donning orbs more and more. That's certainly an interesting development of his character. Stewie, after already getting tagged, is feeling fearless on this AWP. He's very, very close to death as is. So hell, man, he'll take a little cheeky fight versus your AWP. Now going back to get the bomb. They leave Grim to hold on to Banana. Imagine we're going to see some of these Liquid players trying to take top mid control, or at the very, very least give the illusion that they've taken top mid control. So we see that long smoke going over now. A little bit of utility onto the short side. Stewie gets rewarded for his waiting outside of B. And now that that's been seen, I love the decision from Liquid to go back into an A play, right? They get away with the B execute. At this point in time, Extremum are probably thinking this looks like a fake. What? And in reality, Liquid might just follow through on the A play. Naf, dealing with Gratisfaction, leaves all the pressure on Lias. These guys over at B aren't even moving, man. They're still both there. Only now beginning to rotate round. Lias has still got to hold on, and with him dying immediately,
should be a save.
This is probably just a save.
Get out of there.
Oh, that falls apart. Starts with just some simple nades over for on Liquid side. Having Bunted really want to fish for some information, Banana. But they're just patient. And Grat with a little bit of a... He's definitely having an off game. I feel like he spots him even before picking up the nade. But yeah, Jacob and Aster looking to save here at least. Could be the last round of the first map.
Liquid having fun with it though. Can't really blame them. It's getting a great game out of them at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta remember this is Extremum's map pick. Got Mirage next. And if Liquid keeps up this this pace the way that they had on Inferno, I mean, and they manage to land the shots that they are, Mirage is gonna be dangerous.
Especially with another T-side start.
Considering, like, you know, the ramifications of this game, you know, it's not like eliminations on the line, right? And you're competing for seeding, as it were. I'm happy that this is the game we're getting out of Liquid, right? Like, Extremum have been no slouch versus a lot of the teams that have done damage in this event. And so the fact that Liquid are kind of showing up in this fashion on their map pick, oh, that gets me a little more excited. I'm all for a late tournament activated Liquid. That's kind of what I'm used to seeing, if I'm entirely honest with you. It feels like as the event goes on, as the pressure grows, these guys get better. It's all about surviving long enough to get to when you're peaking.
Better late than never, hey? They try and take B, but they get re-smoked as a bit of retake util for Extremum, but they don't flash anyone in. Liquid just molly it and bail. They go back into this two-man A-hold. Elige looking to get ahead of the grain, looking to get this quick pick. Flashed out, no one peeks with it. As we're on long and rush through the smoke by Stewie. It's Liquid unleashed. It's the Liquid that we want to see every game. 5-on-2 to close the map. Stewie's in spawn hunting the kills, and I don't know if much is going to be able to stop them. Quick and easy for Stewie 2K. It's only been getting chased down by Elige, and those two will just muscle their way to a map victory on Extremum's pick. Nice and easy for Liquid. They take their opponent's choice. They go over to Mirage, and they look for the 2-0 to go through to that next phase.